body count is not a flex. 10 times out of 10, you regret that shit. And just to think that you hooked up with a guy and then later on they regret it, that is it's not a pretty feeling to feel. Just don't do it, bruh.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and on today's episode we've got a video for you from Man Reacts taking a look at Western women who are finally regretting their 304 phase. Absolutely hilarious. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here, drop a comment, and let's jump right into it.
So, someone filmed this bride-to-be making out with some rando at her bachelorette party. And her bridesmaids seem extremely shocked, and I don't know if it was one of them who filmed or some random person at the bar, but it is pretty clear from those reactions that the man she was snogging is not her future husband-to-be. And that dude she was playing tonsil hockey with absolutely knew what he was doing.
A woman who cheats at her own bachelorette was never honoring those vows anyway. The one break in this story is that the man found out before the wedding instead of years into an unhappy marriage.
So let me get this straight, y'all. This is now the third person, by the way, broke nail, who cares? Third female who has told me that she met a guy and he was telling her how he don't chase women. He like women that show that they want him. But what is going on today? The men want to be chosen. The men want to be chased. The men want to be taken out on the dates. I don't know what is going on, and I don't know about you, but I refuse. I would never ever chase a man. In fact, I have just been told just naturally, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but men like to do the chasing. And so I don't know what's up with these new age pick-me's. But has anybody else experienced this? I've already got 3 of my homegirls telling me this, y'all. What is going on today? This is why I'm telling you, y'all, I would just be single before I do all of this stressful stuff that goes on in the dating world. And I mean,
He told her he only pursues women who show real interest first, and she treated basic self-respect as a character flaw. Men spent years chasing women who gave nothing back, so plenty of them simply stopped doing it.
I finally told my boyfriend what my body count was, and no, we're not together. I understand some people don't like their partner's body count sometimes and that it can be a deal breaker, but my boyfriend and I have been together for 6 months, and he finally for the first time asked me what my body count was. I told him I'm not going to be super specific, but let's just say it's more than 10, but less than 20. And he got very upset at me. He started saying things like, "You're a woman, you should hold yourself to higher standards." He said women that are promiscuous should be treated as thoughts. And I obviously got offended by that because he was clearly referring to me. Anyways, we made up, but for the past week, he's just been showing so many signs that he doesn't trust me and that he's clearly not over the conversation. Like now he always wants to see my location, which he didn't used to before. I tried to talk to him about it, being like, you can talk to me, like what's going on? And he's just still so resentful about my body count. He says that he can't stop thinking about it, like he can't stop thinking about me with other guys, and says that he can't believe that many guys used me.
She is absolutely stunned that her boyfriend cared about her body count, as if the number means nothing to a man. Men are allowed preferences, and this is a huge one for men, and it absolutely matters.
So my friend and I recently had a conversation about having had a hoe phase, and we both agreed that it really changed our perspective on dating in a positive way. It made us realize that all we ever wanted was a loving, healthy, and happy relationship. Like, we do not want to have multiple fleeting connections with people that we barely know, because when you are in a hoe phase, you go out with people and then after every date you just feel even more empty or exhausted than before because you're not really connecting. Like, you would be physically next to the person, but emotionally you're not even on the same bandwidth, and it could be very draining. And the reason why people fall into this hoe phase pattern is because first, usually they just move to a new city or like new country or even like a new state, and then second is if they just got out of a long-term relationship. Because of those two scenarios, you don't really know how to cope with being single. And so you want to explore new connections. You want to just go out and have fun, but You also don't know what you really want and you just go with the flow, but at the end of the whole phase, you just feel completely
She admits that the 304 phase wore her out and is left with almost nothing to show for it. The women who warned about this got called bitter, and the same regret is landing right on schedule. Absolutely hilarious.
So fucking serious. The next man that enters my life, he is required to take me out on 3 dates before he gets a sleepover and before he gets my clothes off. Okay, I'm being so fucking for real right now because here's the thing. As soon as you spend the night with a man, not even doing anything, they stop asking you out on dates. Then, once you sleep with them, they don't want anything to fucking do with you anymore. Which, like, whatever. I'm tired of men sexualizing me and objectifying me. Yeah, I've made it very easy for them to do that in the past, but, like, I'm done. I'm seriously fucking done. Like, hookup culture is fun for, like, 5 minutes. I miss connection. I miss having feelings. I miss being yearned for. I miss yearning. I can't just keep getting obsessed with a man for a week or two and then moving on to the next one. It's too exhausting and it's honestly like mentally draining. So seriously, the next guy that enters my life, he has to take me on 3 dates. Not sleepovers, not hang outside his apartment. He has to take me to in-person public activities.
So this woman lays out a 3-date rule as if it is a deep filter when it mostly works as a countdown here. A man paying attention learns everything he needs to from the fact that a set number exists at all.
I think hookup culture is a scam. When I was young, I went through it. I thought I freaking loved it. Now it has been 4 years since I've casually hooked up with someone. I never will again. Let's break it down. Number one, it's fun, but it's fake. I did have fun. I did get excited until I didn't because it wasn't a real connection. It was a connection for the moment. And then the next morning I felt worthless when they weren't responding to me. Number two, I want to be loved. I used to think, no, I just want fun. But I actually had this mentor. I met her on a plane. She's a 55-year-old woman. And she would always tell me, Kaylee, you want to be loved. And I was like, no, I don't. I just want this. And then as I grew up, every single time I'd hook up with a guy, I would start to feel the slight emptiness it makes you feel. And I realized she was right. I want to be loved. And number three, the anxiety of connecting so intimately with someone and then not knowing if they'll give you surface level respect. That is the worst feeling when you give someone your intimacy, whether it's a kiss or whether it's all the way, if you're giving someone your intimacy as a woman and as a person, you want to feel their respect for you. When I look back at my younger self or when I look at girls who currently do it, I don't judge them at all, but I do feel bad for them because I feel like they would be so much happier being fully loved. And I believe that that's what the younger me, the current me, and
After years of taking part, she has decided hookup culture is a scam that mainly drained women. Congratulations, guys. I love how these women only figure this out too damn late, and then they want to be like, oh, well, where's my good man now? But it doesn't actually work like that.
Bitch, I want hoes.
You think you want a hoe era until you experience the aftermath of having a hoe era, especially as a chaotic bisexual, because that shit will come back to haunt you until the day you fucking die. I can't do it anymore. I'm going celibate.
I'm sorry, but you do not get to declare celibacy like this. Like, if you are going to be celibate, at least make it believable, guys. Like, these women who have these quote-unquote phases, the plot twist here is that they aren't actually phases at all. The women will continue to do this. So you can say that you're celibate all you want from now onwards, but really everybody knows it's not the case.
And in my experience, I began to feel disrespected by every single guy that I ever slept with. I always would feel like as soon as I gave it up to a guy, I would just be like trashed to the side, like I was like disposable.
She only felt disrespected after hooking up with a man who was never going to stay, which is how these casual hookups almost always end for the woman.
Could someone please explain to me why these men are going and liking like 4 or 5 of our pictures in a row and then no message? Like just liking 5 pictures in a row, no message, no nothing, no follow. Like what do you want me to do with that? Like, are you expecting me to message you because that's not happening?
She is frustrated that men like her photos but never send a message. Those men already got what they wanted from the picture, so a conversation would probably just be a complete waste of their time.
I don't understand why niggas get in a relationship with a bad bitch and just don't want to pay for nothing. Like, you have to pay for everything. What are we talking about? Because I just could have been with my trick for all this. I could have stayed with my old fat nigga and secured a bag and not had to fuck. But you want pussy every night and you want me to suck your dick. But you don't want to pay for shit.
You see, guys, whenever you see clips like this, just understand these women are effectively night workers. Like, they are quite literally demanding money for intimacy. I don't even think there's anything more I need to say about that.
If you're seeing this right now, this is a sign. My advice to you is go be a hoe. Go be a hoe. I'm so dead serious. That little coochie has some power, and if you spread your wings, it really can take you some places. Go be a hoe. Life is too short.
Okay, so now we are handing out advice, telling women to embrace the 304 phase with zero mention of the cost at all. The women taking that advice are the same ones filming regret videos a few years later.
Dating for 4 months. Recently, I told him a few things about my past because he said it was important to him. He wanted to know my body count, if I had sex with anyone before we got serious, and a couple of more intimate details. He broke up with me for my responses.
How is he going to be like, I want you to open up to me?
And then I'm going to use that against you.
I'm going to use it against you and get rid of you. Maybe he was just looking for an excuse just to get out of that relationship.
Right.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
My thing about
which is also a fucking
body
cop-out.
count is who has that conversation about body count? In none of my relationships has anyone ever been like, what's your body count? It's really important that I know.
I don't want to know.
Like,
I
well, that's my
don't
point.
want to know.
I've never
Don't
asked
tell me.
you.
Don't tell me.
Because I don't want to know.
Just curious, like, how many dicks have you inserted in you? You know, like, why the fuck would you want to know that? This is going to make me feel better.
I think it's what you said, though, where that guy was probably just looking for an out, an excuse.
I do not blame this dude at all. Guys are allowed to have their preferences when it comes to body count, and if that is a deal breaker for a man, it absolutely is allowed, in my opinion.
Nothing compares to a hoe phase in your late mid-20s. Look, I thought I had a hoe phase when I was in college, but bitch, that shit did not compare. Like, in your mid-20s, later 20s, shit hits different. Because one, like, there's like no games really. Because all of us are too like depressed, tired. We have jobs, we have children, we have lives. Like, worry about playing the games. Like, let's get this done in and out quick. And on top of it, like, we have money. Most of us are lonely if we're single, so we're just like willing to spend time with people. So like spending money on like expensive dates really isn't a problem because like we have salary jobs with like, but we're too poor to like buy homes. So like, why not go to a 5-star restaurant for the fuck of it? And then you get like superior peen because they've been practicing for years. Most of them are open, sexually liberated, down to try things with toys, other people, you know, whatever. It's just a grand time. A grand time. Ladies, you have something to look forward to, I promise you.
Dating pool is so trash. It's because of us. The women, I'm gonna explain. Women are so brainwashed that if you're single and that you're not committed or have a ring on your finger, that you could talk to whoever you want to talk to. You could date who you want to date. You can have sex with who you want to have sex with. We're brainwashed to think that. Listen, ladies, when I tell y'all, that's nasty. It says a lot about us as women if we feel like just because we're not in a committed relationship that we could do whatever the fuck we want. Why is it that what we want is to be outside? Why is it that what we want is to have a roster? That's a problem. And then y'all wonder why men treat us how they treat us is because we treat ourselves like this.
She flatly admits that women wrecked the dating scene with the 304 phase trend, and I absolutely agree, guys. The thing is, men have no incentive to commit to modern day women when they go out there and engage in these quote-unquote phases. And again, these aren't even really a phase, right? The fact of the matter is many women are just permanently behaving like this, and men do not want to date these women at all.
Body count is not a flex. 9 times out of 10, you regret that shit. And just to think that you hooked up with a guy, and then later on they regret it. That is like, it's not a great feeling to feel. Just don't do it, bruh. You don't regret it, they regret it. That's gonna hurt your ego. Just stop there.
It is crazy how these women will go out here, engage in this sort of action, right? And then claim that the high body count is her biggest regret. Absolutely hilarious. The men who are looking for something serious do not want to, quote unquote, settle down with women like this. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.